Samsung is on the verge of launching the beta version of the One UI 8, following its commitment to delivering reliable upgrades for the One UI 7 on older Galaxy devices. The company has been diligently working on the foundational elements of the One UI 8, which is built on the upcoming Android 16 operating system. Recent rumors suggest that the beta version may be introduced as early as this month, and today, there are compelling indicators that this is indeed the case. One of the strongest signals that Samsung is preparing for a swift beta release of the One UI 8 is the development of beta program pages for the Galaxy S25 series on its community forums. These pages have recently appeared in the following countries: 1. United States, 2. United Kingdom, 3. Germany. The emergence of these beta program pages is significant. In previous years, their introduction has often signaled that a beta release was imminent. According to unconfirmed reports, Samsung may roll out the beta version of One UI 8 as soon as next week. Their timeline appears to be a strategic response to Google's announcement that Android 16 is expected to launch this summer, a few months earlier than in previous years. As the One UI 8 is built on Android 16, Samsung aims to stay ahead of the curve and avoid the delays it experienced with One UI 7. The rollout of One UI 7 last year faced significant setbacks, including 1. A delayed start in December 2024. 2. Limited availability for older devices until April 2025. This time around, Samsung seems focused on streamlining the process to ensure a timely release. The beta program for the One UI 8 will allow the company to identify and address potential bugs before the stable version is launched. Once Samsung completes the rollout of the One UI 7 upgrade, it will shift its focus to One. As with previous iterations, Samsung is set to launch a beta program for selected Galaxy smartphones in designated regions, allowing customers to explore new features and enhancements prior to the official release. The beta program may commence as early as May, but which devices will be included? As of May 20, Samsung did not release any official information regarding the One UI 8 beta program. This lack of communication leaves us with only speculation regarding the list of supported devices. Samsung has been diligently developing the One UI 8, and we have had the opportunity to test early firmware on devices such as the Galaxy S25, the Galaxy Z Fold 6, the Galaxy Z Flip 6, and the Galaxy Z Flip 5. However, this does not guarantee that all of these models will be eligible for the One UI 8 beta. At present, the beta firmware for the One UI 8 is exclusively available for the Galaxy S25 series. It is likely that the initial rollout will be limited to the Galaxy S25, the S25 Plus, and S25 Ultra, with the possibility of including the Edge model. Samsung may gradually expand the program to include older smartphones, but given that the One UI 7 beta program was restricted to the Galaxy S24 series for several months before extending to other devices, we advise maintaining a cautious outlook and managing expectations until further details are released. Ideally, an extended beta program will not be necessary. The list of enhancements for One UI 8 is relatively concise, and according to Google, Samsung is expected to release the official One UI 8 upgrade by September or October of this year. However, until Samsung provides confirmation, it is prudent not to get overly enthusiastic. Are you wondering if your Galaxy smartphone or tablet will receive the One UI 8? Stay informed by consulting our comprehensive list of compatible devices. The second good news is that the One UI 8 may introduce a feature that allows users to listen to their Now Brief. Samsung initially launched the Now Brief feature with the Galaxy S25 series in January, providing a personalized overview of the day. Currently, this summary is presented in text format, but it seems the company is developing a new way to access this information. One of the standout features of the Samsung's One UI 7, which is based on Android 15, is the Now bar, which includes the Now Brief. Looking ahead to the One UI 8, based on Android 16, this feature is set to receive a compelling enhancement. According to an analysis of the One UI 8 software, users will soon have the option to listen to their Now Brief, a feature aptly named Listen Brief. Our investigation into the One UI 8 firmware has revealed that Samsung is indeed working on a Listen Brief button. Here, you can find screenshots of the relevant code snippets. The Now Brief provides a comprehensive overview of your morning, afternoon, or evening, including weather forecasts, upcoming calendar events, traffic updates, and news. The Listen Brief function appears to be an audio version of the Now Brief, allowing users to access this information without having to read it. One of the images suggests that users of the Listen Brief feature may have the option to choose between Samsung's and Google's text-to-speech algorithms. Additionally, another screenshot indicates that users will be able to pause, play, or stop the audio briefing at their convenience. This feature could offer a convenient way to receive daily updates, particularly for those who are driving or otherwise occupied. It would also serve as a valuable tool for individuals with visual impairments or varying accessibility needs. In light of recent developments, there are numerous opportunities for Samsung to enhance the functionality of its applications. Colleague Joe Mering expressed dissatisfaction with the Now Brief feature after a few weeks of use, characterizing it as little more than an upgraded news and weather app. He specifically requested improvements such as real-time sports scores, email integration, and package tracking details. Consequently, we hope that the introduction of Listen Brief will not be the sole enhancement to Now Brief in the upcoming One UI 8. In parallel, Google has officially commenced the rollout of its Android 16 beta version, allowing users to test and experience the new operating system. While Android 16 has been under development for some time, Samsung appears to be preparing for an early release of the One UI 8. Recently, the South Korean company has also introduced the One UI 7 to its older generation devices. We anticipate the stable version of the One UI 8, based on Android 16, to be available in the coming months. A recent leak suggests that Samsung may release the first beta version of the One UI 8 within the next few weeks, significantly ahead of its expected timeline. For those interested in the advancements of Android 16 and the One UI 8, here is what we know so far regarding the upcoming improvements to the Android operating system. During a developer keynote at Google I/O 2025, Google representatives unveiled how live updates will function on stock Android. They also announced that this feature will be available on smartphones from manufacturers such as Samsung, OnePlus, Vivo, and Xiaomi. Additionally, they demonstrated how live updates will be integrated into devices running Android 16, including the Galaxy S25 Ultra. As illustrated in the accompanying image, live updates will be displayed in the Now bar on Samsung devices. Since this feature is exclusive to smartphones operating on Android 16, the Galaxy S25 Ultra shown in the image is confirmed to be running the One UI 8.0, which is based on. Uber Eats, a leading meal delivery application, offers users real-time updates on their order status. The app features a progress meter divided into 5 distinct phases, which track the journey from placing an order at a restaurant to the final delivery at your doorstep. Additionally, users can access 3 functional buttons at the bottom of the notification: call, message, and tip. In a recent announcement, Google revealed that live updates are currently available for food delivery, navigation, and ride-hailing applications. There is potential for this feature to expand to other types of applications in the future, depending on specific use cases. Furthermore, live updates will soon be integrated into Galaxy Watches through a Wear OS upgrade, scheduled for late 2026. In another news, a leak regarding the One UI 8 watch suggests that the upcoming Galaxy Watch 8 series may be equipped with an outdated processor. With the official launch of Samsung's new smartwatches just weeks away, anticipation is building. Not only are we looking forward to innovative design enhancements, but we are also eager to explore the new features that the One UI 8 watch will introduce. Early reports indicate a range of exciting capabilities on the horizon. Recent developments have highlighted that the One UI 8 watch will include new tile previews, featuring a half-size option, along with a variety of design samples showcasing these changes. As we await the official unveiling, we can expect additional insights into the hardware specifications of the Galaxy Watch 8 series. All 3 devices demonstrate impressive functionality, and we are grateful for the immediate interactive access to their capabilities. Thank you, Dev of iPos. However, we have observed an exciting development regarding the recorder feature. Samsung appears to be planning to enhance the quick button on the Galaxy Watch Ultra, enabling users to swiftly initiate and terminate recording sessions. This enhancement will include customizable actions for double press, long press, and short press functions, allowing users to specify which action corresponds to each command. This feature could prove invaluable for those moments when you need to capture a fleeting thought or idea without the hassle of retrieving your phone. Furthermore, we anticipate that this functionality will also extend to the upcoming Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. On a different note, there may be some disappointment for those hoping that the next generation of Galaxy watches would introduce new silicon. Samsung has utilized the Exynos W1000 processor to power the Galaxy Watch 7 series, identified by the component number SC55535A-HA. Recent findings indicate that this same chip is associated with the codenames Fresh 8, Fresh 8 Small, and Wise 8, which we recognize as the Galaxy Watch 8 and Watch 8 Classic. Given that Samsung has yet to release a successor to the Exynos W1000, this development was largely anticipated and serves as further confirmation of the continuity in their processor lineup. In the meantime, we invite you to stay tuned for exciting updates on our upcoming devices and innovations. We are eager to share the latest insights and reviews with you, so be sure not to miss out. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more comprehensive tech news. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. See you tomorrow. Peace out.